Imagine this. I'm a mom on the edge, juggling kids and chaos, when this guy, Jacob, walks in and flips my world. He's tossing frisbees with my son, strumming a guitar under the stars, and leaving notes that hit me like a punch. Then one night, my husband's truck rolls up, and I find something hidden that stops me cold. What's it mean? Stick around, 'cause this twist'll leave you reeling. Hey, before we jump into this tale, drop a comment with where you're tuning in from and hit that subscribe button. Ready? Let's roll. I'm standing in the backyard of my little house just outside Austin, Texas, surrounded by a mess of plastic shovels, a half-deflated soccer ball, and a couple of juice-stained sippy cups. It's a Tuesday morning, and I'm already on my third coffee spill of the day, trying to juggle a work email on my phone while begging my 4-year-old Mike to put on his socks. My 7-year-old Sophie is zooming around the patio, pretending she's a superhero, and I'm about 5 seconds from losing it. That's when I hear the crunch of gravel in the driveway. I glance up, and there he is, Jacob, stepping out of a beat-up blue pickup with a rucksack slung over one shoulder and a grin that could melt a Texas summer. I wasn't expecting him to look like that. My friend Liz had been raving about this guy for weeks, swearing he was a kid whisperer, reliable as a sunrise. I'd pictured someone older, maybe a gray-haired grandpa type with a stern nod and a clipboard. But Jacob? He's maybe 30, tall, with messy brown hair and a laid-back vibe that screams, "I've got this." Before I can even say hi, Sophie barrels over, yelling, "Are you here to play with us?" Mike toddles behind her, clutching a toy truck. Jacob crouches down, meeting them at eye level. "You bet," he says, ruffling Mike's hair. "What's the mission today?" And just like that, they're hooked. I'm desperate at this point. My husband, Tom, is always on the road, some sales gig that keeps him gone more than he's home. And I'm drowning. Work's piling up, the house is a war zone, and I haven't had a full night's sleep since Mike decided naps were for babies. So when Jacob showed up for the interview, I didn't ask too many questions. Liz vouched for him, and honestly, I'd have hired a circus clown if it meant a breather. "How about we start with keeping them busy?" he suggests, glancing my way with a wink. 30 minutes later, Sophie's sprawled out on the driveway, sketching with chalk, while Mike's giggling as Jacob teaches him to fly by jumping off the couch onto a pile of cushions. I'm at the kitchen window, sipping coffee that's finally stayed in the cup. And for the first time in forever, I feel like I can breathe. It's not just that he's good with them, though man, is he ever. He's got this knack for turning chaos into fun without breaking a sweat. By lunchtime, Sophie's proudly showing off a lopsided chalk drawing of a dragon, and Mike's eaten half a carrot stick because Jacob called it rocket fuel. I'm sold. "You're hired," I tell him as he's packing up his bag. "Start tomorrow?" He flashes that easy smile again. Wouldn't miss it. And just like that, he's in our lives. The next few days fly by in a blur of kid laughter and actual completed work emails. Jacob's a natural, patient, goofy, and somehow always one step ahead of the mess. One morning, I catch Mike hugging his leg, shouting, "You're my new best friend!" Sophie chimes in, "Yeah, he's cooler than my teacher." I laugh, but there's this tiny spark in my chest. Something I can't quite name. It's not just relief. It's how he fits in, like he's always been here. Tom's barely around these days, and I didn't realize how much I'd missed having another adult in the mix until now. That first week, we don't talk much beyond the basics. Schedules, snack preferences, nap times. But then, one afternoon, I'm in the kitchen tossing a salad while he's rinsing dishes from the kids' lunch. "You're a lifesaver, you know that," I say, half joking. He shrugs, drying his hands on a towel. "They make it easy. You've got good kids." His voice is warm, steady, and I feel my cheeks flush a little. "Thanks," I mutter, focusing way too hard on chopping a tomato. It's nothing, just a compliment, but it sticks with me longer than it should. Here's the thing. I'm not one of those moms who's got it all figured out. I love my kids to death, but between deadlines and diaper changes, I'm usually running on fumes. Tom's a great guy, don't get me wrong. But when he's home, it's more like we're co-managing a small business than living a love story. Jacob's different. He listens when I ramble about my day, nods like he gets it, and doesn't just nod off mid-sentence. It's small stuff, but it's starting to add up. By the end of that first week, I'm sitting on the back porch after the kids are down, staring at the stars. Jacob's already headed out, but I'm replaying how he got Mike to stop whining about bath time by turning it into a submarine adventure. I smile to myself, then catch my reflection in the glass door. Get a grip, I mutter under my breath. He's here for the kids, not me. But as I head inside, locking up for the night, I can't shake this feeling. Like something's shifted and I'm not sure I'm ready for it. Looking back, I wonder if I should have seen it coming. Hiring Jacob wasn't just about survival. It was about letting someone new into our little world. And yeah, it's teaching me something. Sometimes help comes in unexpected packages. But it's also got me asking, am I leaning on him too much already? I push the thought aside, climbing into bed next to Tom's empty side. Tomorrow's another day, and Jacob will be back. For the kids, I remind myself. Just for the kids. So what's the takeaway here? Maybe it's that we all need a hand sometimes, and there's no shame in taking it. Or maybe it's that even the simplest change can shake things up more than you expect. Either way, Jacob's here now, and I've got a front row seat to whatever comes next. Stick around. You'll want to hear how this plays out. 2 weeks in, and I'm already counting down the minutes till Jacob's boots hit the doorstep. It's not like I planned it. Life's just smoother with him around. The kids are obsessed. Sophie's got a jar full of treasure rocks she's collected with him, and Mike's scarfing down broccoli because JJ says it's superhero food. I'm in the kitchen slicing apples one afternoon when he walks in, wiping his hands on his jeans after a round of tag with the kids. Need a hand? He asks, grabbing a knife before I can answer. We're chatting about nothing, weekend plans, the weather, when Mike bursts in yelling, JJ, come see my truck! Jacob laughs, tosses me a grin, and follows him out. I'm left standing there, apple in hand, wondering why that grin's still bouncing around in my head. It's the little things piling up. We're joking over Mike, calling him JJ 1 minute, and the next, he's telling me how Sophie's got an artist's eye while we rinse dishes. I don't even notice how much I'm looking forward to those moments till they're happening. Then comes the barbecue night. The kids are finally asleep, and Jacob sticks around to help me clean up the backyard. Paper plates, burger wrappers, the works. The air's thick with that smoky grill smell, and we end up on the porch steps with glasses of iced tea. You're a rock star with them, I say, nodding toward the house. He takes a sip, eyes crinkling at the corners. It's all them. You've got awesome kids. My chest warms up and I brush it off with a quick, thanks. But it's not just thanks, it's something heavier. That night I'm in bed, Tom snoring next to me after a rare evening home. I should be out cold, but I'm wide awake, replaying Jacob's words. The way he looked at me, steady and real, like he meant it. It's dumb, I know it is, but I can't shake it. Next morning, he's back like nothing's changed, wrestling with Mike over a toy dinosaur while Sophie begs for a story. I'm pouring coffee, pretending I'm not watching, but I am. There's this shift I can't pin down. It's not like he's flirting or anything. He's still the same chill Jacob, all business with a side of fun. But I'm noticing stuff now. The way his laugh fills the room, how his hands move when he's cutting fruit for the kids. I try to keep it normal. Big plans today? I ask one afternoon, leaning against the counter while he packs Sophie's snack. Just keeping these two out of trouble, he says, tossing a grape in the air and catching it. I laugh, too loud maybe, and turn back to my laptop. But there's this buzz under my skin, like I'm waiting for something. It's ridiculous. He's here for the kids, not me. I've got a husband, a life, a routine. Still, when he's around, I feel seen. Tom's great, but he's distracted lately. Work calls, late nights. Jacob listens, really listens. And I didn't realize how much I missed that till now. Then Sophie drops a curveball. She runs up during cleanup, waving a chalk drawing. Look, Mommy, it's me, you, and JJ. I squint at it. 3 stick figures holding hands under a big sun. Where's Daddy? I ask, half laughing. She shrugs, skipping off. Jacob catches my eye, smirking. Guess I made the cut. I roll my eyes, but my stomach flips. It's nothing, right? Just a kid's doodle. But it sticks with me all day. By evening, I'm back on the porch, tea in hand, staring at the darkening sky. Jacob's gone home, but I'm still thinking about that drawing, his smirk, the way he fits here. I mutter to myself, "What's your deal, huh?" It's not like I'm crushing on him. I'm not that person. But there's this feeling, quiet and sneaky, creeping in when I'm not looking. I sip my tea, letting the crickets drown out my thoughts. Maybe it's just gratitude. He's making my life easier, and I'm reading too much into it. Still, I catch myself wondering what he's doing right now. Probably kicking back with a beer, not overthinking some mom's porch moment. I shake my head, heading inside. Get it together, I whisper, locking the door. Here's what I'm learning. Sometimes you don't see a change till it's already happening. Jacob's not just a helper, he's stirring something up, and I'm not sure how to handle it. Is it wrong to enjoy his company this much? I don't know. But as I crawl into bed, Tom's arm flops over me, and I stare at the ceiling, wondering why Jacob's voice is the last thing I hear in my head. Tomorrow's coming, and he'll be back. I tell myself it's fine. Everything's fine. But deep down, I'm not so sure. Saturday hits, and the kids are bouncing off the walls, begging for a trip to the lake just outside town. Jacob's already roping them into a plan, grabbing towels and a cooler like it's no big deal. You cool if I take them? He asks, slinging the cooler over his shoulder. I'm halfway through an email, but something tugs at me. I'll come too, I say, tossing my laptop aside and grabbing a jacket. We pile into my SUV, Sophie and Mike chattering in the back, Jacob shotgun, and head out. The drive's quick, and soon we're at the shore, the kids sprinting toward the water while I kick off my sneakers and breathe in the crisp air. They're splashing around, building lumpy sandcastles, and Jacob's keeping an eye on them, laughing as Mike flings wet sand everywhere. I wander over, barefoot, and plop down on a patch of grass nearby. He turns, shading his eyes. Decided to join the fun? His tone's light, but his gaze sticks on me a beat too long. Needed the air, I say, brushing it off, watching Sophie stack another rock on her castle. We end up sitting there, close enough to hear the kids, but far enough to talk. It starts easy. How warm it is for spring. How Mike's obsessed with boats now. Then he shifts, looking right at me. You've been quiet today. Everything okay? I freeze, tugging at a blade of grass. Just a lot on my mind, I say, keeping it vague. Truth is, I could spill it all. How tired I am, how Tom's calls are all business lately, how I'm juggling more than I can hold. But I don't, not to him. He nods, leaning back on his hands. Anything you want to talk about? His voice is soft, no push, just there. I almost crack, almost tell him how I'm fraying at the edges. But I catch myself. I'm good, I say, forcing a smile. Really? He doesn't buy it, I can tell, but he lets it drop. The silence after isn't awkward. It's like he gets it anyway. The kids keep us busy after that, running over with sandy hands and big grins, begging for snacks. Jacob pulls a water bottle from his bag, handing it to Sophie. Here you go, champ, he says, ruffling her hair. I watch him, that familiar warmth creeping in. He's so easy with them, patient, steady. It's a relief, but it stings too, knowing Tom's missing this. We're packing up later when his hand brushes mine, passing me the cooler. It's quick, accidental, but my pulse jumps. I pretend to fuss with the straps, cheeks burning, hoping he doesn't notice. Back home, Tom calls while I'm unloading the dishwasher. Gonna be late again, he says, voice crackly over the line. Tell the kids I'll bring 'em something tomorrow. I sigh, hanging up, and head to the backyard with a mug of coffee. The sun's dipping low, painting the sky orange. I'm sipping, lost in my head, when Jacob steps out, guitar in hand. Thought I'd practice a little, he says, sitting on the patio edge. He strums a few chords, some mellow tune the kids love, and I settle nearby, letting the music wash over me. You play a lot? I ask, just to say something. When I can, he says, fingers moving smooth over the strings. Keeps me sane. We don't talk much after that. Just sit there, the notes floating between us. He's close. Close enough I can hear his quiet laugh, and it's messing with me. The air feels thick, like it's holding its breath. I shift, my knee brushing his, and neither of us moves away. It's nothing, I tell myself, but my heart's pounding loud enough to drown out the crickets. Then Mike's voice cuts through from upstairs. "Sing louder, JJ!" he yells, face pressed to the window. We both laugh, the tension snapping like a rubber band. "Guess I've got a fan," Jacob says, grinning. But it's not over. He keeps playing, softer now, and I'm staring at my coffee, trying to figure out why I'm still sitting here. I should go in, check on the kids, call it a night. Instead, I stay, caught in this weird pull. My phone buzzes. Tom again, probably with another update. I grab it, answering quick. "Hey, just checking in," he says. "All good?" "Yeah," I lie, eyes flicking to Jacob. "We're fine." I hang up, and Jacob's already standing, slinging the guitar over his shoulder. "Gotta head out," he says, voice casual. He's gone before I can say more, leaving me there with my coffee and a head full of static. I sit a minute longer, replaying it all. The lake, the music, that almost moment. Was it just me? Or did he feel it too? I shake it off, heading inside. The house is quiet, kids asleep, and I'm alone with my thoughts. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's nothing. But as I lock the back door, I know one thing. Whatever's brewing, it's not going away that easy. Sunday morning rolls in, and I'm still rattled from the lake trip. Jacob shows up right on time, same old grin, same easy, "Hey, morning," as he scoops Mike up for a piggyback ride. Sophie's already tugging at his sleeve, begging for a round of hide and seek. I'm in the kitchen, flipping pancakes, trying to act like everything's normal. But it's not. Last night's guitar strums are still echoing in my head, and every time I catch his eye, there's this flicker, something we're both dodging. I hand him a plate for Sophie, and hands nearly touch. Quick, innocent, but enough to make me pull back fast, muttering, "Syrup's over there." He nods, all casual, but I see it in his face. He knows something's up too. I bury myself in chores all morning, wiping counters, folding laundry, anything to keep my hands busy and my mind off him. He's out back with the kids, their giggles floating through the open window. I peek out once, see him tossing a frisbee with Mike, and my chest tightens. He's too good at this, too good at fitting in. By noon, I'm plating sandwiches, calling them in. Jacob plops down at the table, ruffling Sophie's hair. "You've got a pro chef here," he says, nodding at me. I laugh it off, but his eyes linger, warm and steady, and I'm back to staring at my coffee mug like it's got answers. Later, he's washing dishes while I dry. It's quiet, just the clink of plates and the hum of the fridge. "You're a rock star, Mom, you know that?" he says out of nowhere, handing me a wet glass. I snort, shaking my head. "Half the time I'm winging it." He turns, leaning against the sink. "Nah, you're killing it. Takes guts to juggle all this." His voice is firm, like he's daring me to argue. I don't. I just mutter, "Thanks," and focus on the towel in my hands, feeling that warmth creep up again. Gratitude, sure, but something else too. Then I spot it. A folded piece of paper on the counter. I grab it as he's heading out to the kids. "What's this?" I call. He glances back, shrugging. "Just a note. Read it later." He's gone before I can push, chasing Mike across the yard. I unfold it quick, heart thumping. "Thanks for trusting me. You're an awesome mom." Simple, scribbled in his messy handwriting. I stare at it, a smile tugging at my lips. But there's a pang too, like I'm holding something I shouldn't. I tuck it in my pocket, telling myself it's nothing. Just a nice gesture. Evening hits, and I'm on the porch again, wrapped in a blanket, staring at the stars. The kids are down, Tom's still not home, and the quiet's loud tonight. Jacob's long gone, but that note's burning a hole in my pocket. I pull it out, read it again, and let out a shaky laugh. What am I doing? I whisper to the dark. This isn't me. I don't get all twisted up over a guy helping with my kids. But last night, sitting there with him, I felt it. That pull, and I didn't hate it. I should have walked away, kept it simple. Instead, I stayed, and now I'm stuck wondering what's next. I'm lost in my head when headlights flash across the driveway. Tom's truck pulls in. Early for once. He hops out, grinning, arms open. Surprise! He calls, bounding up the steps. I'm on my feet, blanket slipping, and he wraps me in a hug that smells like road dust and coffee. Missed you, he says, kissing my forehead. I hug him back, hard, relief washing over me. Missed you too, I say, and I mean it. He's here, solid and real, and for a second, everything clicks back into place. We head inside, and he's rattling off stories about his trip while I nod, half listening. Jacob's note's still in my pocket, but I shove it down deep, out of sight. Tom's home, the kids are good, and whatever that was with Jacob, it's over. Done. I'm not that person. I climb into bed later, Tom's arm slung over me, and I tell myself I'm fine. It was a blip, a weird moment. I didn't cross any lines. Sleep pulls me under, and I let it. Next morning, Jacob's back, same routine. He's wrestling with Mike, laughing with Sophie, and I'm pouring coffee, keeping it light. Good weekend? I ask, casual as can be. Yeah, chill, he says, tossing me a smile. Our eyes lock for a split second, and there's that flicker again, quiet, knowing. Then he looks away, and so do I. It's back to normal, or close enough. I'm good, I think. We're good. But then I'm in the kitchen alone, grabbing a mug, and something falls from the shelf. A photo strip from last summer's fair. Me, Tom, the kids, all goofy grins. I pick it up, smiling, until I see what's tucked behind it. Another note. Same handwriting. You're stronger than you think. Don't forget it. My breath catches. When did he leave this? How? I spin around, heart hammering, but the house is quiet. Jacob's outside, oblivious, tossing a ball. I clutch the note, staring at the photo, and it hits me. He's been closer than I realized. And now he's gone, off to his truck, leaving me standing here, frozen, with a secret I never asked for. If you loved this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, drop a comment, and pass it along to your buddies. This is an artistic and fictional creation intended for both entertainment and educational purposes. Any resemblance to actual people or events is purely coincidental. Some scenes and dialogues in the video are part of a dramatized performance and incorporate elements of grotesque, satire, and exaggeration. The creator stands against discrimination, violence, and hatred. This channel fully complies with YouTube's policies and does not infringe upon copyright laws.